my other teammates were very hungry coming into that season because they did not win the previous year. I think that's a very big factor.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Coach Joel managed us very well. I mean, he treated us as pros. Parang I think parang if I'm going to look back at it, he treated us as not boys. Eh. Parang you are grown men, and this is how I'm going to communicate with you, and parang I'm gonna give you the respect, and he commands respect as well. So I think that was a very very different approach that was that paved good dividends for us. So yun ako yung naalala ko parang Coach Joe treated us as pros eh parang saka uh, he developed personal relationships with the players.
Mm. And yung role mo nga in his system was being a pesky defender din and nagda-drive ka lang with jump shots ka. Parang 3-and-D in short na yung parang modern day 3-and-D player. Pero ikaw, ano yung style mo naman like in playing LaSalle noon? Like we had Joseph, Mac, Ren. Like ang gagaling ng mga yun. And nakakainis din sila kalaro. I mean, even if I'm for LaSalle, I know how much they also trash talk and they have their own antics then, similar to you. So how was it like defending those players and what made them really tough opponents in that during that time in the UAAP?
Ah, my goodness. Well, for me, the toughest to defend was Ren at the time. Grabe because
Mm.
all the plays were parang the focal point of the plays is si Ren. Kumbaga lahat,
Mm.
kumbaga you have to go through all screens, numerous screens just to be in front of his face. So parang ang hirap. But of course, parang it's the desire to win. They've been
Mm.
winning so much. They've won four straight before that. So parang syempre yung motivation mo is to, to you want to get one. You want to get one before you leave. So and luckily we were able to get one. But you know, um, for me kasi it's the antics. It's part of the game. Eh. It's one way to keep your opponents off balance. Eh. And if
Mm.
you fall into the trap na inis ka, then I can capitalize on that. Kasi
Mm.
kung maiinis ka and kung maiinis ka at mawawala ka sa laro mo, for me that's a very big advantage that I got from you already. I mean,
Oo.
kasi skill-wise, probably they're all better than me. Mac, Joseph, Ren, di ba? Skill-wise, offensively, mas magagaling yun. Pero you just have to find a way to beat them.
Mm.
By hook or by crook. So
Mm. So as a player na gano'n yung role, paano mo naman na-balance yung sarili mo na hindi ka pa rin mawawala sa mindset of the game? Ano yung role mo? Ano yung pinapagawa ng coach? Because like some of the players now, they tend to lose focus also on the game. Like I'm for the Boston Celtics kasi and we have Marcus Smart and Schroeder now, Dennis Schroeder, and they're two players na gano'n na talagang pesky defenders. Parang ikaw na nanggugulo palagi and no tough out every single game that dive for every loose ball, trash talk any opponent. Pero there are games na may ginagawa silang mali dahil hindi sila masyadong nag-isip ng play na yun. So you as a player, meron ka rin ba mga instances na ganun or talagang nababalance mo rin naman ng maayos yung play mo sa UAP?
a lot, actually a lot. Parang there's a thin line between playing with emotions and controlling your emotions. Kasi
Mm.
parang it's one way to get their goat, but you have to maintain that composure that you're not gonna be swayed to whatever antics the others are playing against you. So
Mm.
it really happens. Eh. I mean, if parang kumbaga kung kung kaya mong gawin yun, you're ready to take that also. Pero
Mm.
minsan syempre it gets the best of it gets the best of you. Eh. So it really happens, and parang you just have to keep reminding yourself that there's the better goal, not only to get their goal but to get the win. So that's the
Mm.
more important thing. Pero syempre, nangyayari yan, biglang magkakaroon ka ng lapses na or parang madadala ka ng emotions mo na, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. Parang mali, mali. So, it happens. What goes around comes around.
Meron ka bang advice na mabibigay sa kanila para hindi naman sila magpadala sa mga ganong antics pag sila naman yung ininis, dapat composed pa rin sila?
Um, no, you have to know yourself. Eh. You cannot, parang if you're the type of person na parang hindi mo style yung nang tatrash talk or nang iinis habang naglalaro, then don't do it. Just
Mm.
focus on the game. Just focus on what you can do and focus on what you do best. Don't try to play their game if it's not your game. But if it's part of your game and you know how to control it, then do it, and do it in such a way that you're still on track regarding your game. Not parang kumbaga, you have to think of yourself pa rin. Kumbaga,
Mm.
this is my strength. I have to stick with this.
Mm. And yeah, after your UAAP stint naman, you moved to the PBA and you also had a stint in San Miguel na role player ka din and nag-champion nga kayo noong 2009 yata. Pero before the PBA talk, I wanted to ask also your thoughts on yung mga Ateneo players. Pagdating nila sa PBA, magaling sila na role players. Yung parang dinedevelop kayo sa Ateneo na mag-excel in your role, not necessarily superstars. Like, I think meron akong nakitang stat na wala pa yatang ever na nag-MVP sa PBA from Ateneo. I'm not sure if that's true. But then I think, yeah, like si Enrico yata yung nearest na nag-runner-up yata siya nung prime years, peak years niya sa Red Bull. And how do you guys have that mindset na, you fit into a role na kung ito yung bibigay na role ng coach na to sa sistema niya, mag-excel pa rin kayo kahit hindi yun yung siguro primary role na talagang dun kayo mayu-utilize, but then you still fit into it and you give it your best. How do they like mold you to be like that?
Well, as a player kasi parang it's either you sink or swim. If
Mm.
you don't if you don't adapt to whatever the coach is asking you to do, then you sink. So for you to you know to for you to be able to play, for you to have your time in the court, you do whatever that no one else is doing.
Okay.
For me, my situation, parang I wasn't a I wasn't a defender. I mean, because no one wanted to defend. No one wanted to do the dirty job.
Mm.
But I want to play. So how
Oo.
can I play? Through
Okay.
that. So
Mm.
and for me that was parang even in especially in the PBA, mas maraming mas magaling, mas maraming mas talented, mas malaki,
Mm.
mas mabilis. But for you to stay in the league for that X number of years, you have to find that job that no one wants to do.
Mm.
So whether defending or whether you're the glue guy, you're the motivator inside the locker room, whatever that is that no one is doing, do it for you to stay. That's what I did.